Let me check if... Okay, well, it's been live for a little while now, but yeah. Let me get the chat. I do vocal stim the and we are live every time this fucking happens. The one like TF2 stream, I forgot what the dude's name was. How do I get a link to this shit? Am I really gonna like go to my own channel? There we go. Sure. One hell of a fucking thumbnail for this thing. Ah, yes, it was Tazon Day. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's it. Hello, everyone. Don't worry about the noises the computer makes. Okay, I woke up. It was Christmas. Something critters. But screw that. I'm just gonna partay in the clouds. Oh yeah. Something reindeer. I have no idea what the fuck he says in that video. But Funny Santa is a classic. I'm glad everybody has joined me. I was just gonna do a Discord call, but that's like a Discord stream, that is. But that sounds like fucking nothing. I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way, which is on YouTube, which is not the old-fashioned way I used to stream on another website. So never trust what they say on the internet. Thank you to all the moderators that bothered to show up for this one. Oh, it's even Retro Crow is in here. Ultra Kill collab, never. You will. That's gonna be like showing up to collaborating with an artist friend that's way better than you. Okay, now listen. Here's the plan. This is just me going to be like drawing all the enemies from Mr. 100% True from memory. I'll be honest, it's a let me just adjust a few things. I see YouTube Studio and I go, whoa, Studio, like my friend. No, I don't think there's gonna be fraud tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt to draw like every enemy from Mr. 100% True from memory. I don't think I looked at any stuff today. So yeah. Now, I haven't drawn all day. I don't think I drew yesterday either. I think I just did nothing all day yesterday. So no, wait, I drew yesterday. It's just that like it's nothing I can post. Anyway, I should get going. Maybe I should zoom in a bit more than 100%. That way it hello. Okay, so the first enemy I'm pretty sure is the trash bug. Pretty straightforward, that one. It's just like the trash bug, except that like it has the myth eyes. Okay. Yeah, here we go. The artist is drawing a circle again. Mom, get the camera. The artist is drawing circles again. That's a big motherfucker, but okay. Well, actually, I okay, I don't remember how many legs that shit has, but that'll do. Hold on, does it? It goes something like that, right? Yeah. It does remind me what I just said. It reminds me of Northern Line when he sings a song, but he replaces all the lyrics to be about like penis or sucking dick. And then the chat goes, "That's not how the lyrics go," and he says, "It's something like that." Went viral in my brain. Sure, kind of stiff looking, but that's a trash bug for sure. It is weird because nobody has like reoccurring basic ass Goomba enemies between games. Do I even bother? Like, who cares? I believe the second enemy is. Yep. That's the second one you see. Trust me, this is gonna start being harder once you get to like Cheddar, and I have to start drawing fucking JoJo characters. Some of you in the Discord may have seen how these guys originally weren't like light bulb related at all, but it's how it goes. It used to look more like normal flies, but this looks better. The night bugs. I believe the really fuzzy head was inspired by like some kind of like Russian Winnie the Pooh animation cartoon. It's really old. I've drawn the bosses so many times, but I mean, I may as well. This isn't gonna take very long. I don't think. Wait, hold on. Yeah, next up is the Cane Killers. Mind you, the inspiration I was talking about with the fly thing, this was like, I'd say 8 years ago. 8, 7, 6, or 5 years ago. Wait. No, wait, hang on. It's not quite that. They're like... This makes them look like... Are you fucking... They're saying, are you fucking stupid rather than I am angry? I believe they had like a shadow between their thing, didn't they? I don't think so. I think it was just the coloring on the thing. In the sprites, they don't have arms, but I'll draw the arms here anyway. Well, the boss of 1-4 also doesn't have completely white eyes either. Stylized fucking Kane over here, where it's like thin and shit, like that fancy ass font. I don't know how it's called actually, but it's like one of those like more noir-ish looking fonts. I like the pupil on Kaigano though. I think I draw shadows under the necks because of my friend who is called Studio. Kind of noticed that lately in its art. I don't know if it's always done that. But yeah, that's Cane Killer. Although I think it still had like some sort of like thing around the eyes for like the sake of better eye expression. Which direction? I can't draw my OCs from memory. Oh my god. Okay, thank you. Well, yeah, it's guys from the... Jesus Christ, that trash bug is huge. Okay. Now, these guys actually are fucking pissed, so... Wait, aren't they like a... um... I kind of forgot what the best looks like. Apologies for the complete silence. I kind of forgot to get a song in here, and now I'm too distracted to put a song up. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to do the Trash Caterpillar as well right after this. Get a fucking monitor up in here. Didn't he also have a button in here? Probably. Why does he throw TVs? They're not TVs. Oops, sorry. They're not TVs, they're monitors. I seem to still see your messages, though. Free birds. I could just, I guess, put up, like, my own game's music. Right? Or I just play Lost Vikings. Yeah, let me know if the volume is a little high. This is gonna go in order, so... Okay. Okay. That's good. But it's good. It's good to have favorite sounds. Lost Viking does go crazy. This one has like a little mouth when it shoots, but only when it shoots, so it won't be fine. I think you're gonna eventually stop drawing all the ends of the garbage bags, but also I gotta commit to the bit, I suppose. Okay, fine, I'll lower the music even more. He can't hear us over the music. There was an Astro Boy user rant the way the music drowns you out. That's interesting. Incredible. That's usually the volume I listen to music anyway. The music is so loud. It's when you boot. It's like when you boot up Nuclear Throne for the first time. Oh man. Sorry if that like genuinely like. Well, I don't think anybody like found it super loud to the point of being uncomfortable, but it is. I guess just in case. Wish me luck. I don't want to build a resistance at max volume. I want to fucking. I like my music quiet, man. This is kind of a weirdo fucking thing, but yeah. No, wait, hold on. I just realized that... This song kind of freaks me out sometimes, not gonna lie, but that's good. I like when a game does that to me, to a motherfucker like me. Hi, Clay. Glad you can join us. Yeah, it is Clev, as you can see by the abundance of Clev drawings. These are spot on so far. Are you sure? Is the suit on boy correct? Because I kind of forgot about that one. Alright, goodbye. There was a room in the last world of level 2. You get a... Now, that entire, like, level is just, you know, getting jump scares from unexpected places. And by jump scares, I mean, like, ambushes. Like, there's no fucking screamer. It's not that faithful to fucking GTA myth videos from 2000... From the late 2000s. Okay, okay, so it is really funny. All the song names in World 4 are spoofs of names of the wrong song titles of real songs. Usually from the 2000s. Because it's like... Back then, a lot of people would illegally download music with, like... fucking Napster or whatever the hell. And they would use incorrect names for those. So, for example, instead of Gorillaz Clint Eastwood, it would be called Sunshine in a Bag. Which is... obviously we spoof in... the first level of music by being called Snowflakes in a Bag. This was like Mudeth's idea, by the way. I just like mentioned like if we used like if we made a song and we named it after the wrong name of an existing song, is there any basis for like infringement? I don't think there is. Oh, I gotta do the thing for these. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. No, actually, I like that little wrinkle. Motherfuckers are very Mugenics coded, but, you know. You guys know I actually hate whenever there's like lyrics in a song in my game. That shit is not my idea, but it works out. I have to like fight against my urge to like be like, cut that out. Cut that out of the thing. They don't look as happy. Okay. The other one. This one's weird because I don't draw this one as often. I don't think the male one. This one's gonna be like a little bit like crack in the armor type meme. Yup. It's not looking good for me, Chad. It looks kinda close. Build, you know. It's my muscles, except in I see. You have no idea how much willpower it took me to tell Mudath to remove this for the love of God. I hate this. But it makes so much fucking sense. If it's gonna be, if the damn song is gonna be based off like 2000s Homer Simpson remix, where it's like a techno song made by a guy in a basement, that's just like uses fucking samples from the show of Homer saying funny things. This was the only way to do it. I bet Mudath wasn't happy using like fucking shit from Anti-Birth and Spears and Spades as well, so. Hold on, what? Leather lent me on the... Yeah, it's fine. Oh. Leather hates it when Leather starts to announce the shit he uses. I remember asking you if this was you, and you replied with "who fucking knows." I admit, I found it fascinating that like people didn't recognize that as me, and then I'm like, let's see if they'll figure out if that's me. Because for now, them being like, I don't know who this is funny. Also, this is also me. The joke is that for this song, it's upgraded from some stupid fucking internet remix to like a proper like club song that you hear on like the pop song radio, whatever. So it's like a progression of like a popular song. So it's like just use fucking auto-tune. Using auto-tune was all the rage back then. You will never know when it's Mudath and when it's me. Fuck, alright, it's the... I got so distracted. Oh wait, hang on. Bottleneck's one of the few enemies from trailer that kind of make a return. Kinda. The fucking music fades out, man. Just like a real like upload of a song. And this one is obviously based on like YouTube tutorial music. How the fuck do their hats go again? Oh well, let me just like do the collar first. Well, yeah, the trash bugs are also from Cheda, but the trash bugs are from everywhere. You know how in like Half-Life lore, the antlions are like implied to be pests that like can travel across multiple dimensions? Like they're interdimensional pests, like how like rats are everywhere on Earth, basically. That's what like the antlions are, except with like between dimensions. And in my sort of thing is like trash bugs are like a pest sort of thing with within like my work, I suppose. I don't think they're pests. I think they're pretty good. I like them. When I say I don't think they're pests, I mean the fucking trash bugs. Oh, let me just actually... May as well, like, make him walk. Right? Joel just creating every trash bun exhibit makes so much sense, not gonna lie. That's also actually pretty true. I accept that as canon, that, like, Joel created trash bugs and then they just, like, started showing up between, like, my goddamn... Like, either the universes of my games or just, like, in my work in a metatextual context. And I'm just like, God damn it, Joel. Get your fucking bugs out of my games. No, wait. Hang on. That, it don't make no goddamn sense. Hang on, let me... Oh yeah, okay, I got it. I remembered now. It's kind of like the Mario Obama hat, but it's like the bigger hill is on the other side. I don't know if that's how the sideburns go, but it's good enough. I know that trash bugs were like originally in Mario Obama, but that doesn't really count. So the first appearance is in Bone 1.exe because that's like the first game with them that is actually finished. No wait, how did it... Oh, yeah. This song is a little, like, stressful. This is, like, the... This is for sure probably thematically the most fucked up level in the game. But... Okay, I need to, like, actually, like... I need somebody to tell me this. The instrument you're about to hear. What is the instrument? That whole solo. What instrument is that? I know the answer, I'm just trying to see from chat. Okay. Yep. Okay, half the chat got it right, half the chat got it wrong. It is a distorted accordion. That's fucking incredible when I first heard it. I also thought it was an electric guitar. Until Mudith was like, no, if you like listen like a little bit, it's a distorted accordion. That's really good. Hello, Kyo. Dude, fuck yes. Fucking SpongeBob ass picture. This one's a little fucked up image of this guy, but it'll do. What is the ghost guy in 3-2 referencing? He references a whole bunch of things, actually. Wait, hold on. I just remembered. There's another game out there where when you photograph the enemies, they freeze. Even though the camera in that game is not like a main weapon, it's more of an Easter egg weapon. But another point of inspiration for them is actually the Re-Deads from Ocarina of Time. Which is really weird to say, but that if you look in the files, that entity is called Regret. Which, you know, funny motherfucker. Oh wait, I forgot about the paper bird. I don't pay attention to what the actual, like, newspaper on the wings and the body are. I just, like, go with what's close enough. Yeah, I'm doing the glass birds next. I like, enemies that only appear for, like, one level or one instance. I kind of like that because I feel like a lot of memorability in video games is, like, surprises. Which, I mean, now that I say it, it's kind of, like, not a surprise anymore, but whatever. Who the fuck is watching this? But the point is, you know, surprises make a game more memorable, and having them only, like, show up once makes them more unique, obviously. Makes the game more memorable, unlike Spears and Spades. Yeah, the star moles are kind of whatever. But I do like them as like a concept. Because, okay, so the reason I included them is because okay, in real life, the animals that have like the fastest reaction time is, I believe, like it was like a fruit fly or something. And it's like, it said that like fruit flies' reaction times are so fast that if you take a picture of them with the flash on, they show up as blurry photos in, well, photos. So it's like it's a sort, but the animal that has the second fastest reaction time are star-nosed moles. So that was like the idea of them. Like they show up as blurry things in photos because like of the whole thing of like reacting so fast, they show up as blurry things. Is this really anti-birth sounding? I didn't get that impression. I mean, I guess it's just because it sounds like rock. Or like metal. The inspiration is a bit more specific than that, but you know. I guess Super Meat Boy is more, but yeah. More, but yeah. Who is also... Oh, yeah, now it's the Foo Fighters. Oh, can you download the Foo Fighters? Oh, sure, one sec. I forget how the Foo Fighters goes. Is it like... It's something like this, right? Like... It is fitting because Kaigono does spawn Foo Fighters. Yeah, it seems fine. Looks close enough, I think. Let me clean it up. Clean this up a bit. Sure, why not? He forgot the Foo Fighters. He's truly a pretender. Let's ignore the fact that like the things are kind of misaligned here or whatever the fuck. It's fine. Glassbird's Foo Fighters. No, that's kind of it. I'm not doing stuff like the ghost cars. Where did the chairs falling from the ceiling thing come from? That comes from just like how you'd find videos of like videos of Slavic schools recorded on a fucking Nokia phone or whatever, and it's like students throwing fucking chairs around the classroom and out the window and shit. My brother has like personal experience with that. He didn't throw it, it's just that his classmates often did. So it's like that stuck out to me, so I made that a literal hazard. Much like how, like, the shoe hazard. This is all sorts of fucked up. I don't think he looks like that. Oh, fuck, I forgot. It's because it's a hammerhead shark. That's it, baby. Oh yeah, by the way, the Dox is a pun on the character Dax from Cheda, which is in like Mario Bamba mode, spoilers. And the character's called Dax, and it's a similar shadowy figure. And this is called Dox because it's like sea themed. Like, you know, like the docks of like a ship coastline thing, whatever. His eyes are smaller because, like, his head is bigger. Not to mention that it's based off that one, like, GTA Myth video of the sea monster by... Was it Darth Dementius? I think it was Darth Dementius. Where it's like, he dives into the water and there's like some kind of like weird fucking hammerhead shark-shaped seaweed that I completely missed in my Sword of Rift video. Because I'm blind. And... that's, you know... And also, like, the fins leaving, like, waves behind is a reference to earlier in that same video where, like, something really fast was going across the water and it left, like, huge waves behind it as it went down off the surface. Sometimes inspiration hits you. I just really find it satisfying when I translate something that's technically from a video into a video game mechanic. It's like solving a puzzle, or except not really, but it's creative problem solving. I hope to do it more. I mean, I guess I don't really know what my next game is, but I'm not exactly done with this game either. Yeah, the fastest Jesus on the planet. What a joke, Leather. Oh wait, of course, I forgot to talk about the rest of the songs. Born Slopey is named after, like, Born Slippy by Underworld, but, like, it's not called Born Slopey, it's called, like, no, it's not called Born Slippy, it's called, like, Born Slippy Null or something. I don't... It's still technically the wrong name for it. Or whatever. So I say it counts. Then you have, Story of a Glass Building, which is Story of a Girl, which is the fake name for the song Absolutely. I don't remember who made that song, but you can just look up Story of a Girl, Absolutely. You'll get it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. And then you have Rolling on the Voices, which is... That one's really good because, I was thinking it wasn't gonna work, but it did. Rolling on the Voices is named after... The song is called Proud Mary, but the song people confuse it with is Rolling on the River, I think. So the spoof of that is Rolling on the Voices. Every name of a boss track is... it has some kind of hint to it to the original, like, video game that it's, like, kind of infamous for. like like big balanced musical sequence is, well, everybody remembers the musical sequence from, you know, from Wonderworld. Why Wonderworld? Why? I don't. It's really weird that they didn't go with Wonderland, but I don't know. Maybe there's like a licensing thing with that. I have no idea who I was about to draw, by the way. I was gonna go like this or something. I just like made up a guy. This is nothing. I just threw together like, this may as well be AI to me. Get that out of here. That is the censor, fuck. Oh yeah, next up is the Ghost Guards. Anybody else? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold off on that. I can't keep up with the chat. I believe it's that. This is a huge fucking image. This is not this is not 1080p resolution. No, it's only for the chapter 4 songs that have that pattern of being named after like fake names for songs, because it's like a really interesting thing of that era. Yeah, this is the whole Wii one. I can't help but think that Bombs Over Infinity is a reference to B.O.B. by Offcast. No, that's... Yeah, that is kind of it. Yeah, I did kind of name it after that, although that's the correct name for the song. I just think the name goes hard. Kind of like the song, but you know. Who the hell is next? Oh yeah, it's... Wait a minute, is this... I think this song went through the most iterations, by the way, out of all the songs. This one took a while to settle. And even then it has like a fucking second version. It ain't even on the soundtrack. Oh my... Why did it scroll up? I'm gonna have to catch that on video in the VOD like later. Oh yeah, it has a feather. Alright, bye. Yeah. I believe that... Yeah, it's just like this. The old AI is weird because it's like, it's a combination of Wonder of You and the main villain robot from Deepak Fights Robots and the old lady weapon from Worms Armageddon. What would you say is the least memorable myth? I don't remember. I think maybe the paper birds. I hardly use the fucking paper birds. They kind of suck, but whatever. What can you do? Although the ability to teleport is inspired by, like, the crocodile guys from Spelunky. Except that, like, it's, like, mechanic is, like, way different. Its head is, like, slightly too tall. Yeah. This is a good song. So, the idea behind the art exhibit level is that it's an art exhibit for surrealist art, specifically. Like surrealist paintings, surrealist sculpture, surrealist literature, which is why there's a bunch of bookshelves everywhere. That just has surrealist literature. And I was like, what does a surrealist song sound like? And this was kind of our best guess. This game does have a lot of surrealism influence in it. I would call it a surrealist game, but I have nothing to back that up, so I don't. What's after this guy? It's... Oh, yeah. It's right like this. Obviously, Smilecat is a big hit up, among players. And for a good reason, it's a really good mechanic. Obviously another fucking eugenics coded guy, but you know, that's just gonna happen. At least I know how to draw rabbits correctly. Well, okay, no. At least I learned how to draw a rabbit correctly for this game. This is a really weird influence, but the start of that song is a, like, national anthem sort of thing. And of all things, that is inspired by the start of the song Two Tribes by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, right? I think it's that. That's like a really interesting, like, thing to, like, start the song with like something that sounds like a national anthem before the actual song starts, and it sounds completely different. Oh yeah, and the Smile Cats, obviously. Not only do they kind of look like the blood bugs from Cheda / Bone.exe, but they're also supposed to have this like really thin tail that looks like a fuse of a bomb. Oh yeah, you can add, like, eugenics. You can add, like, Smile Cats and Trash Bugs and the Trash Raccoons into Mugenics as, like, a mod thing. That'd be cool. How many other people did you see compare Smile Cat to Deltarune's image friend? Or am I just the crazy one? I don't think I saw it very often. But it is, like, kind of true. I just that usually people go for the more obvious comparison. Oh yeah, this one is, I like the young ladies. The young ladies, by the way, kind of a weird name, but I named them after an enemy from Transistor. I believe it's an enemy that shows up fairly early on. But also, obviously, is also heavily based on Bloody Mary with a machine gun from Bone 2. The song with Mezzo's theme is like fucked up. I'm gonna have to like talk about that song somewhere else. But I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just that it's like took a while. Wait, no, hang on. That's too thin. Too thin. I mean, Mezzo's theme being like C-coded is pretty on theme. He is Boat Lord after all. Yeah, Bloody Mary with a machine gun is just such a ridiculous concept, kind of like that like weird PNG of Mothman. Although I don't often I don't talk enough about fuck, what's the guy's fucking name? It's the guy from Psycho, I believe. And it's like, there's a myth of that in GTA San Andreas that somebody did. And it's like, he hangs out in CJ's house, and the image provided is like a cardboard cutout of, like, the character from the movie or something. I'm gonna actually say, the young ladies are, I don't think it's quite obvious, but like, when you see it, like me drawing it like this, it's a little bit more obvious that they're like really hunched over. Like, they're like super tall. It's just that, like, they're, like, so hunched over and shit. Like, they're, like, crouched, basically. There is still an opportunity to put Bob Bike in, like, an update. That is true. No, I like the thumbless for this one, at least. Like, you can see, like, how it goes is, like, the legs are like this. Body, like, the body is here. Over here. Like, there's the ass or whatever. There's the chest. Arms. So it's like, if she were to, like, stand up, which I think she does in the gold frame, she'd be, like, this fucking tall. Consider this. Really. I never did intend for the young ladies to be fake Tortinos, but it's a really good interpretation, I think. Anyway, I know. Okay, well, I want to at least draw these guys first. Oh, that's right. The Claymen are next. I love using the Claymen in levels. There's a lot of good enemies I liked making the rooms in. And Boiks actually start being like kind of so-so by the end, but I managed to like get like a couple of good uses of them. I also get a lot out of ghost cards as well. And the heavy cane killers are pretty good as, like, well, tanks, obviously, because that's their role. Ended up pretty good. We didn't need to make an enemy with 5 health, so that's good. Okay, so the Claymen are gonna be fucking awful because they are... This one is probably gonna be, like, the most inaccurate one. I mean, that's kind of a good sign because that means that, like, they truly give off air of, like, being like a mess of solid objects. Well, not solid objects, the opposite, unsolid objects floating around. Yeah, it's still okay enough. Yeah, and then they, like, reform when they fire the laser, and they reform into, like, a diamond shape. Which is a little, like, tip of the hat to the laser crystals from Nuclear Throne. I don't think... Is the jaw too much? That looks slightly more correct to me, so... The Congo ghosts are pretty self-explanatory, but I will say I am pretty proud of, like, the concept of the Congo ghosts. As, like, a mechanic, it feels very Derek Yu to me, which is Kind of like Ed Wood comparing himself to Alfred Hitchcock, but whatever. Motherfucker played a bunch of Pac-Man and doesn't know what the Conga Ghosts are. Okay, to be fair, the gold frame for the Conga Ghosts is a fucking deep cut. That one, I don't blame you for not knowing. Congo Ghosts. Did I really call them Congo Ghosts? Am I fucking... Am I wacky? Did I lose it? Music is about to start to loop. That's... I have no idea. Okay, tell you what. These... Actually, I don't know that for sure either. Clev writes them down as ghosts, but Clev is not always a reliable narrator. The music might be a little loud. Like the whole thing with dot ghosts, I'll be honest, as the author of the game, I actually have no fucking idea what the dot ghosts are. Cheddar Clev just fucking fills in the blanks. He's just like, it's just sort of like an incidental, like, filling in the gaps. Like, oh, these must be the dot ghosts I theorize about. Because I don't know what else they could possibly be. Which is, like, really funny to me, but, you know. Otherwise, I kind of have no idea what the hell they are. Okay, I'll talk about it when I draw the dot ghosts. Right now, I'm drawing the sensors. Draw his little pen. You know what? I should actually play from the... It is true, they do look like both the G-Man from Psychonauts and G-Man from Half-Life. Honestly, I don't know what I based them off of, besides like the general concept of like, you know, real-life sensors. Like, shady-looking guys that, like, try to hide things. Play the creaky music. One stream without the creaky music, okay? Somebody did correct. By the way, I see a bunch of fan art of this game. Somebody did correctly notice that almost all the members of Big Myth Co. have different ties. Oh wait, hold on. Sure, why not? Yeah, I knew people would be happy when I brought back this song for the credits. There's that like weird ass violin sound thing that I hear in a bunch of 2000s music that's really emotional to me. But you know, I think it's emotional because I hear it in like isn't that used in Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers? Either way, I did not like actually. Did I? I'm trying to debate if I actually sent that to Mudith as like a sample or if he just used it. I think he just used it without me even knowing it. Sometimes Mudith has a habit of including elements into the song that I like completely forgot to mention, but works really well. No, Hlev just dresses like shit. Make another selection. Did anybody else point out that Make Another Selection is a reference to Island Peril? Oh, this is one of my favorites. That boy can make music. And playing the demo and hearing Pekka's theme for the first time was a very memorable experience. Yeah, that's good. You love to hear it. Okay, so obviously these guys are like the Flatwoods Monster, but I do want to point out that they're also very much inspired by Little Red Hood from the NES bootleg game Little Red Hood. That's why it has that like death animation. It's really good, man. Oh, that's the Scroll of Success, buddy. Last time you saw that thing, he stuffed it into his, like, coat. And then it gets brought back. Obsession with random stupid shit. Is that not why you guys are here? That's a really big hand. I find my own fucking interest in really stupid bullshit like that also entertaining. Like, I get a kick out of referencing something really obscure, which is why all the level names are like that. I'm just like rubbing my hands like a fly, eagerly waiting for the eventual wiki to have like the namesake section for that shit. I hope the people aren't too annoying with those videos, because some of those videos have not a lot of views or comments. And then when they finally do get comments and views, it's like from people being like, hey, These from the video game. I mean, a few of those are like cool, but you know, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want a repeat of JoJo. I forgot what the rest of the thing is like. I don't know why I love this like shrug pose so much. Oh. Slap that shit up, boy. Okay, I'm You know what? When you guys are right, you're right. The music may not loop enough. Oh. What the hell is... Some of you guys don't learn, do you? Ransona Shrug. That's... Well... Yeah... I cooked Lev in a microwave to this. Incredible. Of course... And you have a Spamton plush profile picture. That tricks out. What's the... Oh yeah, Speak of the Devil. Speak of the Devil. We talked about this guy like half an hour ago. The dot ghosts. As we said before, I actually have no idea what the fuck these things are. Lev just assumes they're dot ghosts because it falls conveniently and nicely. Maybe not true, but I don't know, maybe he is. Maybe they are actually dot ghosts. Anyway, what's funny about these guys is, you know how, like, you have those really scary images of, like, a monster or a ghost where their jaw is unhinged and it's, like, really long and scary? Okay, so this guy read about how that is scary in like a book and is doing that, but ends up just doing the like instead. That's like the joke. It's trying to be scary, but it ends up looking cute instead. Shit. Okay, it's this. These guys are hard. They're hard because they punish photobombs. Like, photobombs are already risky. These guys make it like 10 times riskier. They have like little square hands. That's cool. You don't... Not a lot of like characters have that, I don't think. This guy is also much like the old AI. This one's inspired by like a JoJolian stand. I believe it's called Dubiwa. If you look up like Dubiwa JoJo stand and look at the guy, you'll see that it like... You can kind of see the resemblance, but it's not like super obvious. I'd hope. I don't like being super obvious, honestly. If I am going to be obvious, I'm going to do it like Cheda, where I just straight up like just include that character in there. This is more its own thing because like you find it in like a construction site, so it having like a construction themed things make sense. Oh yeah, they are one of the few characters that don't have long sleeves. I think that's fitting, considering they're probably made by Engine Number 9. I think all machine myths are made by Engine Number 9. I really like the arms on Engine Number 9 because it's like dotted lines. Makes them look like a concept art or something. I like fans theorizing which myth was created by which super myth. If you read the logbook for Mezel, you'll see that he's the only exception where he only uses his own myths that he invented. So that means he invented the bottlenecks, the ghost guards, the young ladies. I forgot what else he spawns, but I think those are like the three main ones. That's the last enemy of Cold Case. Culture is the... She's so joyous. I love this like swirl pattern that I draw a lot on a lot of characters. I think I got that from Funny Valentine, but I mean it's just a swirl. It just looks like a fucking like. No, Funny Valentine is weird because his like twirls are like weird like loops, and these are more like cinnamon buns. E. That looks a little bit bony. Yes, the ghost dancers. Wait, hold on. Their thing is like... Okay, yeah. It's tied. I believe there's a thing at the... Yeah. You have a big bow at the back. Make him do like a little bit TF2 in a shell nut pose. Fuck it, why not? Although I think a Toho made this pose as well. Uh, when I love when there's a single ghost dancer caught on a picture, they do the fucking cod emoji. Yes, sir. That's funny. Cod is a pretty good one. Oh yeah, we're doing this fucking song again. Anyway, I think that's her. I guess I could like make it a little bit more like, yeah, there we go. That's a little bit more pleasing. Oh, okay. Now it's. Yeah, speaking of one of the guys, this. So I think I'm starting to realize that maybe this entire challenge makes no fucking sense because I animate every fucking frame in this from scratch. Some of them twice for the sake of boiling. So having to draw them from memory is kind of like a non-issue, I think. There's this like weird mouth thing I did for them that's like I have no idea how, but it's kind of a reference to Bebop from Deadlock. I fully admit I'm not sure how, though. I don't think they have the bolts, but they should have. Whatever. Yeah, they have a fucked up mouth like Bebop, I guess, but that's kind of it. Yeah, absolutely. The like, this guy's sound design is based off those like bootleg toy phones. Like it's using like one of those as like a voice thing, voice core, whatever the fuck. I don't know fucking robots. Sure, I went to a fucking high school and college about fucking, you know, engineering to an extent and electrical things, and I know what a fucking transistor and a resistor and conductor are, but I don't know anything. Vocal cords, not quite, but obviously, the Hlev bootleg is one of the two enemies in this game inspired by the assassins from Half-Life 1. They're bastards to fight, and that's good. Your game, your level designer will thank you for adding enemies in your game that are just kind of bastards and are used for when you just kind of want to ruin the player's day a little bit. They can have their day ruined a little. They'll be fine. Oh yeah, one of my favorite things in the game is how before they notice you, bootlegs just stand still and take photos. It's silly. I believe that's because the way they take photos is just on a timer. So obviously they're just gonna take photos with or without you. God damn. Yeah, the skeletons are bastards. There's a room in 6-2 that I'm very happy with that has bottlenecks and skeletons paired up, which is a fucking reference, purely in level design and enemy design, a reference to the room before death in Castlevania 1. The death boss fight. There's like a room that has like knights throwing boomerang axes, there's Medusa heads waving up and down. So, I actually fucking referenced that room through level design in this fucking video game. Six 2 is fucked up. I wanted it to be the hardest level in the game because it's called Kiss That Asphalt. I'd be pissed if the fucking level wasn't really hard. With a name like that, it better fucking deliver. Sorry about that. What the fuck, man? I didn't think the microphone would pick that up. Went on an entire fucking rant about how I'm going to beat up the player through level design. And then that happens. Oh, man. Who the fuck is next? To the level after that? Declassified Guide to Pressure. I thought that level was kind of a break, except for the last section. Fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah, this is 6-1. That's the Rainmakers? It's like a square head. Weird, like, eyes that, like, stare into you. That no other character in the game has. Their, like, hands are, like, wind. A lot of these guys' character design is actually the color of them because they're like inverted colors, sorta. So this doesn't really convey their design quite right. But that's kind of what I'm limited by. I could always just like color them white, I guess. Whatever, a peeled orange sinks, an unpeeled orange doesn't. Who gives a shit? I mean, they are supposed to look like stylized angel wings. When they do like, when they like cross their hands, they're supposed to look like the fucking Angel Cloud myth thing from GTA Myth Wiki that some insane person made a video about in like 2007. Well, 6-3 wasn't too difficult, but the ending section was extremely stressful. I did. Again, I must say, read the title of the fucking level. I love these fellas. These fellas have been around since like the Slavia days. It's just that they used to look way more spiky. I just always wanted to use Spike Strip as like a name because there's a pun in the comic that I made way before the game was released where it's like Tortino and Khlev go to a strip club and one of the strippers is replaced with a Spike Strip. The joke is that it's a Spike Strip, therefore it's in a strip club. Motherfuckers have some real obscure jokes. And by motherfuckers, I mean me. I thought these, I know, the Maggie Simpson comparison, it's because you thought the thing in their mouth was a pacifier, but no, they're nails. You got the wrong cartoon, girl. It's actually not a reference to The Simpsons, it's a reference to Thief and the Cobbler. Kinda. Yes, I think. Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. It, like, the attack kind of checks out. And also another Cheddar reference. When you photograph the little, like, spike balls that it summons, it, gets, like, googly eyes. Like this. You'll see it when you you'll see it when you like photograph them, but that's like a reference to like the sea urchins from Cheddar. Yeah, but like the whole joke of like it says 18 plus, but we're two people is based off the fucking. It's based off a tweet somebody made, and the guy that like. Well, the person that made the tweet did, like, actually even see it, so... So I can't take credit at all for the joke, but, like, the rest of it... rest of the comic is, like, totally me. And this is, like, also the funniest enemy in the entire game. It's so good. Why are these guys even in the game? What is the inspiration? I was like, I kind of was running out of enemy designs, and I was like, this is kind of really funny, I think. And it's kind of like a weird, like, version of, like, the heavy Cane Killers, except it's just like really tall motherfuckers. Otherwise, I thought it would be like, oh hey, if what if the guy was just really fucking tall? And it's like, well, how would that even work, like, mechanically? And it's like, oh, you have to fucking jump to actually photograph his eye because it's so high up. That's funny. They are also kind of inspired by, like, this mechanic in LSD Dream Emulator where some, like, NPCs, like, some, like, characters can just be, like, stretched to be really tall for no reason. Oh, wait, let me... There we go. Now, I don't remember how tall they were exactly, but I at least wanted to make sure they were, like, tall enough to not, like, be able to, like, take a picture of them while you're on the same level as them and, like, standing. I mean, it could be two bottlenecks in a trench coat. Yeah. I think they might be taller than Palanta. Hold on, I should, like, maybe, like... get these guys in here anyway. If I'm already gonna do the bosses. Get the Envies in here. Although maybe, like, put him alongside Kaigano. Anyway, super myths. Yeah. Anyway, for sure we're getting into spoiler territory, so... Ah. Wait, hold on. Alright, good. That time I muted. You don't have Steam? Okay. Is... Huh. That's... I guess I don't have a great solution for that, but, you know. There's this thing about engine number 9 where it's like, its jaw is kind of loose. That's because, like, okay, if you imagine there's like a bolt attached to this side of the jaw, it's missing the bolt from the other one, so it's sort of like hanging loose. You know what I mean? Let's get this, like, the pattern on its suit that I have no idea where I got from. It's got really long arms. And one of its arms, it like sort of drags behind whenever it's not using it. Whatever, sure, fuck it, why not have him do the fucking urethra thing. God, okay, now I have to explain this for people 10 years in the future. Somebody wanted to, like... Somebody captioned, like, some kind of fucked up emoji of a person... Of, like, a person having an idea. And instead of typing Eureka, they typed in urethra. Oh yeah, that's better. I did that joke years before that image became a meme. Yeah, I know. Don't get me started on all the fucking shit I invented before it became a meme. Motherfucker Unlimited. Anyway. The mouth wasn't originally inspired by Clutch from Isaac, but that mouth in Clutch, I believe, the impression I get is to make it look more crazy. The reason I did it here is to make it look like a combination of both a mouth and a mustache. I kind of had a similar concept with the Bottlenecks, where their mouth also doubles as like a sort of cigarette. Okay, this is the fucked up one. Okay, I think I got the face shape correct the first try. That's a rare W for me. Let me have. I know I just said slang from like 2002. Let me have this. No, not 2002. 2020. Sorry, I divided it by fucking 10. Kaigano sounds a lot like Kaigana, which is what us Serbs call scrambled eggs. What was he trying to say with this? I tell you, sometimes it has meaning. Everybody... No... No, I sense that I may have done... I sense that doing so is a mistake. Let me guess. Can somebody... Okay. The Freebirds... You were on thin ice. Now you're just, like... I don't want him for the rest of the stream. You had your chance. Do you know how often it happened that I was looking at the sprites and, like, I forgot the fucking, like, white detail on the sleeves? Everyone in this game is hungry. Hungry type game. Oh yeah, the reason they're named after food is kind of the same reason the architecture is, like, a weird, like, utopian brutalism sort of thing. It's because in my home country, my favorite things are the food and the buildings, especially like the old ones. And the list just kinda ends there, but you know, what can you do? Hang on, should I maybe perfect the knife? Damn, that's a good knife. I wish I drew that instead. It's such a small thing, but it helps. Well, just in time. Ah, fuck. The fucking image of Homer Simpson panicking at the plant going like, oh fuck, I forgot to pack the boy's idiot sandwich or whatever. Except that this is like, oh fuck, I forgot how to draw whole wheat. Oh fuck, I forgot to do what to do with a drunken sailor. Oh, that's a good one. Was Kaigan a voice line for when she calls on the phone inspired by the IDPD from Nuclear Throne? Close. It's inspired by Little Hunter. Oh yeah, mezzel is food. It's meze, which is appetizer or cold cuts, one of those two. I think I'm leaning towards appetizer. Am I missing something? I don't think so. Man, whole wheat is so cool. Young Venus loading screen message. Young Venus is so cool. And he gets to keep Clev's old gun. Normally I would just copy and paste this for like the shadow, but kind of like too much work. Here you go. Let's draw the umbrella first. I'll just do my best to like outline that shit. There we go, close enough. Isn't it like charcuterie board food? I don't know. What? Guy whose English isn't primary language. What the fuck is charcuterie? The location on the location name for the whole wheat thing in the game over screen being nothing is pretty good, yeah. What is it? No. Whole gun isn't actually Chlev's. It's just like a little like nod to really old fans. This is a whole gun now. Here we go. This guy is great. I love this guy. He is a fucking like slab of stone. Sadly, I had to... Holy shit, his fucking head is huge. God, his head is bigger than me. Disgusting. That's a little better. That's a little bit more reasonable. Unfortunately, I drew this guy the most, so this isn't gonna be... This isn't gonna be an issue. This ain't gonna be an issue for a fella like me. I haven't read chat. I died to Kaigono like 1,000 times and then beat this guy in first try. I know I've made good bosses because I got a post on the discussion board like today that somebody had like the most trouble with Mezzo. I say if anybody has trouble with the bosses, I guess your best bet is probably the macaroni, though in all honesty, as the guy who made the video game, doing the macaroni is a bit of like a last resort. You're not, it's a little powerful, but it's okay. You can have a little overpowerful. Good sentence. Good sentence. Let me just paint everything. Wait. There we go. That's kept up. Okay, final call. This is the last one. After this, I think we're pretty much done. Yeah, it's almost like 11. I gotta go to bed. But last call. This is like the final boss. This is spoilers. Yeah. It's really weird because for Cordon Blues, he is based off like a... It's like based off a specific character, yes. But like the headband it has on, I like that I made it white in the video game because it makes it kind of look like one of those like medical bands, almost like implying that it's kind of injured, which sort of like implies that it's a little bit frail, which is kind of what makes it, you know, fake dying a bit more believable. This is a great guy. Great character design. I had the idea for this guy since like 2022, maybe? Oh, and definitely for sure had it eat lettuce instead of carrots because, like, sometimes I try to be oddly accurate for this video game that has fucking Mothman. No, wait, it doesn't have fucking Mothman. For this video game that has, like, fucking universal travel and bullshit and stuff like that. So it's like having it, like, eat, like, actual green vegetables. I find to be, like, rather nice. Leather, how many Oz did you get when showing people the Sprite of Hell, Clev holding it? A lot of people found it cute, yeah. I'll be honest, I kind of locked in when it comes to, like, the anatomy of this thing when I was making the sprites, and now I'm kind of losing it, but it's close enough, I think. And of course, you gotta have the swirl. Thankfully, not every character has the swirl, but I do love my swirl. I gotta have my swirl. Yeah, rabbits is a... I don't usually draw animals, but I for sure did for this motherfucker. That's very funny because I have a friend that, like, owns a rabbit, right? Pet rabbit. Her name is Mocha, I believe. And, I would actually ask my friend, like, some questions related to rabbits for this. Like, I know that when you beat the judges, I wanted the judges to look ashamed. Kind of. Because it's like, I think the gig is up. I think they're gonna figure out that, like, that boy ain't dead. So I was like, what does a bunny look like when it's, like, you know, ashamed? When it knows that it's, like, it did something bad and it's just, like, doing that. And what my friend told me is her bunny hides under, like, a couch or something, or, like, under a chair or whatever, and then just, like, curls up into a ball. So I kind of referenced that by, like, the judges just, like, crawling under the stage, and, like, you can't really notice it in-game, but when you look at the sprites carefully enough, they're a little bit, like, rounded compared to, like, being all lanky in the, like, usual sprites. That's funny. But the picture, the sprite of Clev holding Cordon is very cute. It's kind of like he's, like, embracing his misfortune or something. Is he? I know it felt right to have that sprite, but, you know, he ain't afraid. Boy ain't afraid. No, actually, I like the other line. Oh, yes, hello. You're the in charge of the speedrun.com page. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Good job. I heard people like to speedrun the game. All three of them that have. Here's hoping the game gets a little bit more popular. I'm trying. Again, I must remind people that to like at least try to recommend the game to like streamers and stuff. Don't like to get too annoying about it, but you know. I think it pays dividends. I used to think... I was under the impression that, like, relying on word of mouth to get your, like, work out there is kind of like a fool's errand sort of thing. Like, you can't be relying on that. And not really, but also I feel like word of mouth is kind of more valuable nowadays anyway. Why do most of them have Poland eyes? Fucking... Okay, these eyes, right? That's because a lot of... I actually, like... Well, okay, I drew Khlev for the first time back in, like, 2013. And back then, I was a big fan of Spelunky HD, or Spelunky XBLA. And... I liked the eyes that they have, and they're kind of like that. They're also kind of like Clayman's eyes from Neverhood. And I just stuck around all the way to Myths Are 100% True. As for the empty... As for the, like, two white eyes thing that Myths have, that's something that was also consistent in the old Slavias. Like, I wanted to have the player have the visual indication that the eyes of the enemies are white, big, crazy eyes, and normal NPCs have, like, these weird, like, Spelunky eyes. And by the time I went into Myths Are 100% True, I was like, why not just, like, make that, like, the joke is that, like, they literally use that to determine what a myth is. And yes, my Sona does technically qualify as a myth. The jokes shall now roll as soon as more people notice that. But what I like about Khlev's eyes is that everybody has, like, just, like, eyes that are, like, kind of parallel to each other. Like with Tortino, may as well draw her. But, what I wanted to do for Khlev is his eyes are kind of slanted a little bit because originally to make him more convey that he's like a little crazy, a little... Well, not really crazy, it's just that like he's a little... I wouldn't say Khlev is crazy. I'm not sure, but I wanted to like convey like that general like offbeat energy by like at first I was like gonna do this where it's like one eye is normal and the other eye is like that to make him look kind of like unhinged, but it was kind of like too much, so I went with like one eye being kind of slanted to be like really subtle. Aloof is a good word for that. Yes, aloof. This one would have been like too much like he's fucking crazy, and it also looks like zero punctuation / fully ramblomatic. I'm also find it quite incredible how much people can like improvise detail out of Tortino's sprite, considering she just looks like the most like basic, straightforward, like simplistic stick figure type character with like girl hair. Oh wait, her tie is like weird fucking diamond shape that makes no sense. Oh wait, let me. You guys are kind of weird now. Yeah, I'll draw Pekarovich as well. Pekarovich, of course, has not changed since 2013, so drawing him is even easier. Well, it's not easier, but it's like... It's gonna be the most straightforward. I kind of wanted to give him like a lot of teeth for some reason. Hold on, there's this guy. Oh yeah, that is true. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's... Yeah, that's Spear. You do a lot of good art of this video game. And in general. Thanks a lot for the drawings. And thanks for a lot for everybody that, like, draws. But look, there's like a person... I don't remember their name, but they draw, like, fan art for this game a ton. They gave, like, Pekarovich fur, which is insane, but I will not stop them. Oh yeah, I guess the only thing that did change is that, like, he has fucking sleeves. Yeah, that'll do. He can't stop drinking crude oil. Oh, man. It's a... Oh, good. Pekka drinks oil to make it rare and therefore more expensive. He fucking would do that. Oh yeah, Gabri also gotta thank her because she's like the first one to make a video review of Myths Are 100% True, which is much appreciated. Okay, yeah, I gotta go too, honestly. But, I mean, that's the entire fucking image, ladies and germs. Let's put, like, Clev a little closer to the gang. They're fucking... Pekka's on his bullshit again, and they're like... Gabri? Did I not say Gabri? Gabri. Listen, I play Ultra Kill. What a bunch of doofuses. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I got, like, all of them correct. This one's a little weird. I got them, like, mostly correct or some shit. The trash bug is so fucking big. Let me just, like... There we go. Something... something like that. Maybe just, like, shrink them down. It's fine. Okay, now the fucking... Everybody else is too small is the problem. Okay? Anyway, let's crop this. Let's put Diddy Kong Racing here. Anyway. Yeah, it does make sense. It's in the name. Flat... I'm waiting for someone to make a Fursona based on the Trash Raccoon. I actually don't know how, like, furry a Trash Raccoon is. Like, does the tail have fur? Does the head have fur? Does the trash bag have fur? Oh yeah, there is the car horse. Actually, I forgot what the fucking car looks like. On the toit. Here, it has like a headlight. It's there. This. The joke's on me. Now the fucking car ghost surprises me at the very end. Something like that. There's like fucking another wheel here. It has a handle. It's a fucking limo. Okay. Has long ass fucking legs. Over here. Fucking Gonarch ass thing. Wait, I don't think it even has a fucking car wheels. Good enough. In the original design, this guy actually used to have like scrap parts and stuff coming out of it, like over here and stuff, and like pistons and shit and blah blah blah. Things sticking out of it. It would have been like kind of neat because it like kind of implies that it's like the underside of the car come to life or something, but I don't think it worked out. Anyway, I'm moving it away from the rest of the motherfuckers. This thing barely looks like a horse. It's fucking funny. It's based off like a specific like Slavic myth thing that I forgot if it's even like real or not, if somebody just made it up, which I guess all myths are anyway. But, you know, it's like there's like this old ancient like myth in like Balkan folklore or something where it's like you see like a donkey in the middle of a forest and then you like hop on it because it's like, oh, free rideable thing. And then you hop on it, and then a shadowy being with long legs turns out to be under the donkey, and then it goes really high up into the air while you're still on the donkey, and now you're really high up into the air, and that's something. I'm not sure if that's like Slavic folklore or some kind of other folklore, but it fits thematically. Good job, Clevery buddy. What's this myth? I'm Slavic and I never heard about. That's exactly it. I saw it in like one video about like one exhibition or something that was made by like an artist. So I think that person may have just like made it the fuck up. I think it's called Mrak. Which good luck fucking googling that because that's literally just like the word for darkness. I have no idea. Either way, this is kind of like a different spin on it anyway. And it's a horse. It's got 2 legs. I mean, fuck it, dude. Yeah, just Mrak. I don't get it. For all I know, I could have fucking committed copyright fraud or some shit. Oh yeah, it's like a character that artist made up or something. But I don't think... Nah, it doesn't... Nah, it's fine. This shit is different enough. It's just that, like... Yeah, I think it's different enough. It's like... It is definitely not as menacing as, like, the original character, so... It's got a, like, different feel to it. And also, like, the vehicle is completely different, so... I have no idea. I don't fucking know. I'm paranoid about... I spent 15 years on YouTube properly. Of course I'm gonna be paranoid about, like, copyright shit. Oh, it's probably not that bad. I'm just tweaking. Trust me, you can ask like either Mudath or Clay. Like I tweak about that shit a lot. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I think that's all of them anyway, so... Yeah, goodbye. I have to like export this. There we go. I'll send it in the chat for everybody else to see. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. I woke up, it was Christmas, and something But screw that. And then he said, I have no... It's called... The video's called Funny Santa. And it's that time of year. Don't worry about it. Those